Cardinal Roger Mahony of Los Angeles says an immigration bill under consideration in Congress would put serious limits on the church's ability to serve illegal immigrants. He called for the priests to defy the law if it passes. This is not a new activism on his part. Back in July of 2001, Full Disclosure interviewed Dr. Fernando Guerra, who's with the Center for the Study of Los Angeles at Loyola Marymount University. Dr. Guerra explained how the Catholic Church has become more politically active in recent years.
The Catholic Church has really changed its tone from 20 years ago, where it sees itself as having a preferential option for the poor, the immigrant, the other, and has become strongly advocating under Cardinal Mahony, a Latino agenda almost.
We interviewed Cardinal Mahony to find out how he views his role in affecting public policy.
My concern is to reach out with pastoral care to the people who are here in our community. The church is not the Border Patrol. So I can't be too concerned about how people got here. I need to find out how can we serve them. They are here. So that I'm always approaching it from that aspect.
And so the Catholic Church has emerged as the number of Catholics have taken on prominent roles, and Latinos. What should the church do in terms of its social, political responsibility?
The best way to cut down on people coming here from other countries for economic reasons is to help those countries develop economic opportunities at home. People basically don't want to leave their homeland. Nobody wants to leave their homeland. The only reason they do it as a last resort is because they can't afford to take care of their families. And so it's out of desperation that they leave. I think we need to do a lot more to develop good employment opportunities, industry, whatever it takes in Mexico, Central America, and other places, so that people will have their opportunities so they don't have to leave. I think that's a big part of this we're missing.
Those who are Catholic in Los Angeles have changed dramatically, and the role of the Catholic Church has to change dramatically.
Nobody is taking these jobs here in California. Nobody that I know of who lives in a middle-class family is picking peaches in the Central Valley. Nobody's washing dishes at the hotels and the restaurants. Nobody's making beds in the hotels. So our economy has developed in a way to rely upon this kind of workforce. So I'm for any kind of program that helps people come here legally and allows them, by that work, to move towards residency here.
That Cardinal Mahony and the church played a significant role in Proposition 187 in terms of money that they spent. Is that something we can expect in the future, for the churches to play a role in the political expenditure of
Well, I just
influence?
want to make something very perfectly clear. The Catholic Church and the Archdiocese never directly spent money in the campaign for or against 187. However, they do utilize their resources to try to mobilize Catholics in general, the community in general, and Latinos specifically, to get out and do their civic participation, which is to vote. The Cardinal feels a responsibility, as do most of the church hierarchy, that they have to educate their parishioners on what they believe are important issues, whether it has to do with abortion, divorce, or the treatment of immigrants. They feel it strongly that they need to articulate that.
Do you see that in the future the church is going to be playing a visible role in that sense?
If you take a look at black political power here in Los Angeles and in the South, it was based to a large extent on the role of the Baptist churches that were very great mobilizers, great conveners of individuals and of issues. Latinos have never had that before, and now I think the church, and not only here in the United States, but throughout all of Latin America and the rest of the world, including Poland, where to some extent it was the backbone of Lech Walesa and what he was doing, they have a responsibility to make sure that freedom and democratic principles apply to every segment of the population, not those just in power.
Former California State Senator Dick Mountjoy flatly disagrees that the members of the Catholic Church will follow this lead.
Now, the Catholic Church, he believes that he's growing in power in the Catholic Church. Well, you know, I think the Catholic Church is smart enough to know that their duty is to create more power for God Almighty. Their mission in life is to create a worship for the God that we all bow to. And so I think he may get a few here and there that are out to lunch, you know, but I don't believe that he can persuade the Catholic population to follow blindly his liberal bent. That isn't going to happen.
We want to know what you, our viewers, think, especially our Catholic viewers. Please participate in our survey. Number 1, do you think that the Church should be more actively involved in public policy? Do you endorse Cardinal Mahony's position that his subordinates should defy any law that requires him to refuse services to immigrants who are in the country illegally? Do you think the concept of church and state prohibits organized religion from endorsing candidates and supporting or opposing legislation? Please participate in our survey and leave your comments below. Thank you. As you can see, full disclosure is not in the business of distorting the news. We're not in the business of trying to convince our viewers, only to inform them. We're a nonprofit educational organization. We provide the platform and the vehicle where you can hear the various perspectives. It's up to you, the viewers, to determine what is right and what is wrong. If you want full disclosure to continue to shine the light of truth on important issues that the mainstream media just won't do, then we need your support. There are so many important issues facing our communities, our state, and our nation, and your tax-deductible contribution can help us get the word out to continue informing the public. You are invited to join the Friends of Full Disclosure. Your support will help assure that we can reach more and more people and improve the production quality of our programs. All you have to do is send us the much-needed support using PayPal. Just click on the link below and join at whatever level you can afford. Our goal is government accountability. When the people are informed on the issues, then the people in government must do what is right, because they know we're watching. Together we can make a difference, but we need your support to continue bringing you the news behind the news. Please contribute what you can. Thank you.